day. And of course, let me say Bakada Salah to all the Muslim faithful. I want to say Salam Alaikum. Hope you guys are enjoying the Feast of the Ram. And greetings to all the Muslim people. And of course, those that are not Muslims, I want to say hello to all the exhibitions all over the world, those in the Philippines, those in the Asian countries, it is night for you. And those in the US, I want to say good morning to you. And those in Europe and Africa, I want to say good afternoon. Hope you guys are enjoying your day and joining the Muslim to celebrate, as we shall be celebrating Easter tomorrow, I guess. Okay, for those who are Christians, you know, so it's all about celebration, celebration, celebration. So if you are just coming in for the very first time, this is our mass adoption training that takes place Monday through Friday when it's exactly 4 p.m. West African time. So join us in this training. Guys, we have 2-hour training here, okay? We are usually with the admin of TBC, but the admin will not be here today, okay? So we have a special treat for you. So just warm your seats, okay? Just warm your seat because we have a lot of things that we want to share with you today. So if you have any technical problem, please do not bring your technical problems into this meeting. Please don't bring your technical problem. In your Kringle Cash back office, just below the dashboard, you have trainings going 24/7. We have the member helpers training. We have the new members training. If you're new, you can always go there and follow up. Okay, if you have a technical problem, you can always click on the member helpers training and ask any technical problem, and they will look into your problems. All right. Okay, guys, and that is the introduction for today. Let's go now into the core of our meeting. Let me start by sharing my screen and give you the key word of the day. All right. I'm sure Anoop will be surprised to see these key words. All right. So, guys, the key word of the day. Oh my God, let me remove this. The key word of the day is Anoop. The key word of the day is Anoop. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is it. This is the keyword of the day. So just copy this, go to the charts. All right. So keyword of the day is Anoop. I'm very much sure that people will be asking, why is it Anoop? All right. Why is the keyword of the day Anoop? All right. So don't worry. You come to know, right? We want to give you a special treat. Anoop, how are you?
I'm good, Mbe. How are you?
I'm fine. Glad to see you. Hope you're not too surprised with the keyword of the day.
That keyword, huh?
Right. So, guys, we are here with Anoop, and I'm going to have a discussion with Anoop. Let's do it as we used to do it in the television. You know, this is our own TV.
Bring
So,
the TV.
yeah, this is our TBC TV. So the key word of the day is Anoop, because Anoop will be sharing with us his story, all right? Anoop will be sharing with us his story. All right, of course, we all know that he's from the US, right? And he has been with us, I think, like 2 months now, right, Anoop?
Yeah, just a little over 2 months.
Wow. So I know maybe we'll start with some very few questions. You tell the community, what were you doing before you joined TBC?
So before joining TBC, I found out about a life insurance company that had really good principles. So I was going to go full force into that life insurance company, build a large life insurance agency, and like try and help as many people as I could with that. Because as I was learning about life insurance, I saw that through life insurance, I mean, there are some people that sell life insurance just to make money, but you can also help protect families' financial situations through life insurance. So just based off the understanding I had there, I thought that was something that was pretty interesting for me to do, helping people, secure their futures financially with life insurance and everything like that. But for me, life insurance was a means to an end.
Right.
getting, building a large life insurance agency, acquiring wealth and all that kind of stuff. I had goals of, kind of doing what we're doing here in TBC, just on my own. I wanted to figure out a way to address corruption, address inequality, address a lot of different things that's going on in society, just on a massive level. And for me, the way I was going to do that was through building a life insurance agency and getting into finance and economics and everything like that. Just kind of getting into different systems and slowly building. But then I found out about TBC, and then once I understood everything when I first found out about TBC, so Spencer, a lot of you know Spencer.
Yes, of course.
Spencer shared TBC with me. When he first shared TBC with me, I was like, what on earth is this? I did not believe it. I did not think it was real. I was very skeptical when I first saw it. But we had a long conversation. We probably talked for like 6 or 7 hours.
Wow.
And he really explained a lot of details. Like we talked about the committee, we talked to the committee of 300, we talked about a lot of different stuff. And I saw what was going on. And then from that point on, I did a lot of my own research on everything. I read a lot of the public documents, everything like that. And I was sold. And then so I jumped in. And then basically, I think 2 days after making my payment, I got on one of the mass adoption trainings, and I asked some silly questions to the admin, and then we ended up speaking.
Right.
Yeah, I think I was asking, hey, can we do 50% on electronics instead of food?
Right.
So, and then we ended up having a dialogue on that Zoom meeting. And we dialogued for like 5-10 minutes or whatever it was there. And at that point in time, I was pretty impressed. I was pretty impressed with what I heard, what the plan was. Like, I straight up asked him, what's your plan for mass adoption? Like 3 to 5 years, maybe 6? And he said, no, 1 year, right? That blew my mind. 1 year seemed impossible to me at that point in time, but I didn't have a strong understanding of everything that was going on in the community. Right. Now, 1 year to me, 1 year seems like, oh, that's too long. We can do it in like 4 or 5 months. Now that I know what's going on.
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of what I was doing before TBC and how I got into TBC.
Right. Wow, this is quite interesting. You see, I know you were actually into life insurance, and now you found TBC, and you realize that TBC is a tool that you can still use to solve this particular problem, because we're not only looking about the money part of it, but you were looking at something. Now, tell me, Anoop, how has it actually make you feel? Do you feel like you are accomplishing the dream? Do you feel like you are actually doing what you love doing?
Yeah. So for me, I mean, like I said, like I've been kind of finding out about the truth about society and what's going on in the world and stuff slowly over the past, like, I'm 25 right now. So I've been finding out about the way things are over the past maybe 6 years, kind of like my second year into college is when I started learning about different things and waking up to really the reality of what was going on. So since I've been finding out about that, I've always had a mission about myself to like do something about it. In college, I was studying pre-med, right? I wanted to be a doctor. So that's what I was studying. My first year in college, I did really well. I got straight A's in college. That was all cool and stuff. Got a 4.0 or whatever. But my second year in college, I didn't even complete the semester, the second semester, because this is what I started realizing. I started realizing that the medical field is a corporate business. It's not actually about healthcare. At least in the U.S., it's not about healthcare. It's about creating a lifetime customer that you keep coming back and keep coming back until they're gone. Essentially, you're creating a lifetime customer that you can extract money from instead of actually healing. And the way I came to that realization is after my first year of college, I spent the summer shadowing at a cancer center, at a radiation treatment center. And I saw people just coming in, every week, whatever it was, slowly getting worse. Every time it was said, every time the conversation, it was never improving. It was
Right.
always decreasing, right? The conversation was, hey, be prepared, you've got this amount of time. Next time they came in, it's like, yep, yeah. So, you're deteriorating. So you've got this amount of time. I didn't hear much about people getting better, right? And I was like, there's got to be something wrong with this. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars of technology in this building and nobody's getting better. That doesn't make sense to me.
True.
So that kind of opened my eyes a little bit. And then I started doing a lot of different independent research. And, I found that there already exists, like techniques and methods on how to address cancer and at least create recovery for
Right.
people in cancer. But those doctors, those individuals, if they don't, essentially once they create something, they're silenced. And if they choose not to be silenced, they end up dead, right? So they get killed. They end up on the side of the street with a bullet in their head and it gets classified as a suicide. That's what happens to them. So from that, I knew, well, I'm going to end up dead because I know I'm going to do the research that's going to produce the stuff that's going to produce a cure. So I'm definitely going to end up dead because I'm not going to be silent. I'm going to get killed. So I had two options, right? I had the option of either just being silent about what I knew and just being quiet and being submissive, like probably a lot of, because, there's probably a lot of doctors out there that know the truth about things, but they feel powerless. So they just sit there, they just sit silent and they go along with, the status quo there. But I'm not really interested in that. So, for me, I was like, well, at least, so it started out as, at least let me learn how to defend myself and things like that, right? In case it comes to that.
Right.
So I started getting into martial arts, right? I started studying martial arts. But long story short, right? What we're doing in TBC, it's achieving all of the goals that I've been looking to achieve personally. Everything we're doing here lines up entirely with what I'm looking to do. So when I saw that, I jumped on board full force. Initially, I was just going to sell life insurance and spread TBC kind of simultaneously. Once I first heard about it, I was like, okay, I want to do both. But then the more I learned about what's going on here and the more I communicated with the community, with Spencer, and with the admin on the mass adoption trainings and everything like that, the more I realized this community is looking to accomplish exactly what I'm looking to accomplish. So
Right.
why would I go and sell life insurance and go through this roundabout process of building businesses, getting established, all this different stuff, when there's a straightforward mission that's already been on this path for 5 years? So once I understood that and connected with that understanding, I just jumped in full force, and I've been going after it like that ever since.
Wow. Thank you so much, Anup. All right, to the community, guys, Anup is my special guest today, and he will be sharing a lot of things. Anup, I'll be asking you a lot of questions, and you'll be sharing with the community. We understand that you have been in this community and you are truly committed. And of course, like any other leader, we have expectations. Like maybe we want to make $175,000 a year. Yeah, because like admin will always say, we have a loving community, we have a good mission, but the truth is nobody wants to follow a broke leader. I'm sure that if for us, the top leaders, we are broke, nobody wants to follow a broke leader. So Anup, you are just few months, like 2 months now. And what are your expectations or what are you working to achieve in the nearest future?
So, yesterday, well, just to put some perspective,
Right.
yesterday, so Spencer found me in a sales group. That sales group, Spencer joined that sales group, and we kind of got on a Zoom call after one of the group Zoom calls. One of our mutual associates in that sales group connected us, and we were talking.
Right.
And that's the night we ended up talking for like six or 7 hours. Like I stayed up all night talking to Spencer about what was different things, what's going on and stuff like that. And I was pretty impressed with what he was talking about, you know. But so with the expectations of sales and everything like that, that individual we were in that group with, we basically we presented him TBC last night, right?
Yeah.
And he's very intrigued by what we have going on. He's a high level individual in the sales community. You know, he's personally done millions of dollars in sales in the last few months.
Wow.
And he's very interested in not only joining this community, bringing attention to this community, but also creating sales training for this community. And that training itself is going to elevate every person who's in this community. I've been through his training, and I like some of the things he's teaching. It's pretty.
I know, I'm not cutting you short. Please, can you repeat that again? Guys, did you just hear what Anob is saying? He was in a group with somebody who has lots of experience in sales. He has made millions of dollars online, and he just signed up that person yesterday. And he is excited to bring his training experience in this community. Is that what you're saying, Anob?
Yeah. So we're talking to him now about creating a program. Either I'll be running the program, or he might run the program directly. We're kind of negotiating that right now. But that training will be available to our community, and we'll kind of negotiate what the pricing is and everything on that training. But that training will be available to the community, and it is high level training. If you guys know who Grant Cardone is, for example, he's a high level sales guy. You know, he's worth around like 50 million or something like that.
Wow.
This is the same kind of training that individual went through. So it's pretty good training. It's important sales information. So that information will be available to us. But as far as expectations on sales personally, you know, just without that, even without having that training, any individual, an average individual, can join TBC and earn $175,000 in their first year. You know, that's real, and the actual reality of that is they can earn that amount just with the amount of opportunity that exists right now. And you know, we won't be able to say this in 8 months from now because the opportunity will be saturated.
So
But
I know,
right now,
in other words, you are saying that your goal is at least $175,000 in a year from now, or lesser.
personally, my goal is significantly more than that.
Boom! Did you hear that, guys? Boom!
Yeah,
All right, right on.
Yeah.
Great. I really like that. And I know, in any other business, like when you join a business, like any other business, it is important for us to commit because we are expecting massive growth. But we can't have this massive growth when we are not committed. Please, Anup, can you tell the community why it is important for us to really be committed in order for us to receive massive growth?
Yeah, so commitment's important for a few reasons. One of the reasons is intention, right? If you're not committed, your intention isn't going to translate. Like when I'm on calls with closers, you know, they feel where I'm coming from because I'm putting my entirety of myself into that communication, right?
Right.
I'm saying like I'm coming from my spirit. I'm speaking from my spirit with every statement that I'm making, every statement and every belief that I'm communicating is coming from the core of me. I truly believe those things, and you can't communicate like that if you don't have commitment. If you're kind of half in, half out, not really sure, or whatever, you really can't communicate with that kind of intention. So commitment's important for that reason in general. But as for the community itself, commitment is important because, you know, sure, like I was telling basically my sales team the other night, sure, we can build a team of 1,000 people and that looks good on paper. But if those 1,000 people are not committed to what we're doing, and if they kind of just join kind of on the fly and everything like that, but they're not committed to what we're doing, so they don't stick around, that doesn't do us any good. That only looks nice on paper. Yeah, I can say, hey, I brought on 1,000 people, but where are they in 3 months, right? Where are they? Where are they when, where are they? And that's important because, without commitment, we're not building the community actually. People are hearing about us, sure, but we're not actually building the community in the way it needs to be built.
That's right.
And yeah, for something like this, it's not just about coming in and making money, and the money is nice, the TBC is nice, everything like that. But building abundance and having agreement around the mission we're all looking to achieve, that's the major part, because agreement is powerful. It's not just agreement around money that changes things. Like,
Right.
if you get sick, right? Let's say you get, the doctor tells you you have cancer, but in your mind, in your spirit, you don't have agreement with that reality. That's not going to affect you the same way. But if in your mind and your spirit you say, "Oh, okay, I have cancer. I'm going to die in 6," you're going to die, right? You're
True.
not going to
Yeah.
survive
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you don't agree with that, you'll survive. I'm not saying you will, but your chances of surviving are significantly higher by
Correct.
not having agreement with that. So what we're doing as a community is we're coming together and we're not having agreement about, we're having a mutual agreement about being against corruption, right?
Right. Right.
And that changes the physical nature of reality on like a particle level. Like if you look at the different things there on like the science side of things, that actually changes how reality is structured. Like a lot of different things get shifted there just from the intention of our agreement. So that's why commitment is even more important than anything, because it goes back to like actually the influence we'll have on the world itself.
Thank you so much, Anup. You see, that boils down to something that I really want to talk about it, which is time management. You see, at first, when all of us, we have 24 hours, but the truth is, each and every one of us, we have our way of using our 24 hours. Like I do a lot of things, and there was a time that admin showed me how to manage my time. And there is something that Anup, you are also doing, and I'm doing the same thing, which is building our reports, like knowing that this is our time from this time to this time. I have a presentation from this time to this time. I'm prospecting from this time to this time, because sometimes I realize that if we don't actually know how to manage our time, at one point in time, we feel that we are actually working a lot. Meanwhile, in real sense, where we are actually putting our value is time wastage. So, Anup, can you tell us or the community, how is it important for you to keep report and also manage your time in a proper way to build your expectations?
Yeah, so keeping track of things, not only is it important for time management, but it also gives you perspective. You can see your growth, you can see changes in what you're doing, and having that data, looking back on that data, you can say, hey, I made this change, I made this shift in my approach on this
Right,
day,
right,
and look at my numbers from then on. You know what I'm saying? Like you can
right,
see visually how things will change and respond to differences in your method. So tracking things is important for that reason. But time management in general, um, it's important because you can, like for me. So once I started reaching out to the closers, I had I was booked out for 2 days within the first like 5 hours of doing that. So I had to restructure my approach to now where we only do group calls. We only have several people on a call at once. That way the time is being managed differently. I'm having more effect over a shorter period of time.
right,
But not only that, in between calls, I'm doing, 3 to 5 minute calls with people. I'm helping people make payments. I'm addressing any people's questions or concerns. So I'm kind of like going in the flow there all day long while I'm working. Now, like for some people, distractions and stuff are an issue. Like they might get distracted by this, that, whatever, the TV, the radio, or anything. And like addressing that, or even just a conversation with their friend, and then like they were in that conversation for an hour and a half, and
correct.
they just lost that part of their time. So for
Yeah,
them, you know self-awareness is important. You have to be able to look at what you're doing at any given time in the day and be aware of why you're doing that, and if that's really meeting your goals and what you're looking to achieve.
right.
uh you know
Thank you so much, Anup. You see, we actually need something that is so important. We have talked about commitment, and we have talked about, there's something I want us to talk about, which is massive growth. Anup, massive growth will always lead to massive action, because if the admin give us, for example, an assignment, and we don't do it, or we have the tool, we are not using it, therefore the massive growth will never, ever come. Like, for example, Anup, right now I'm preparing, you see, this is already my flip book, that I'm preparing for merchants, that I'm going to start training people. We need to go out there and flip this book to merchants. It's not really perfect the way I want it, but this is just the sample of what we already have it in our Kringle Cash back office. So this is what I'm already working on in order for us to have massive growth. I know you see this. I'm also a merchant. So look at this, guys. I already have this, and I'm working to see that I can take this to all the merchants that have already been committed to them, or some that they are new, in order for them to show them exactly what we are doing here, which is very important for us to have massive growth. Because I know if we want massive growth, as what the admin said, if we learn, we don't do. Because the admin teaches us, we learn, then we need to do, right, Anu?
Yeah, putting things into action is important. Like my first few like days and weeks working with TBC, I was learning everything and I was executing on it, but I also was kind of like thinking about, hey, can I do it this way? Can I do it this way? Like, can I just do like a lot of different things, right? I was having a lot of, like creativity about, hey, let me try this, let me try this, let me try it this way, trying all these different stuff.
Right.
But a few days ago, maybe early last week, early last week, the admin and I had a conversation about, he was basically telling me to cut out all the creativity and really focus on being, I guess, creative within the system.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, instead of branching out, trying different things, just really commit to the system that he developed. Because the reality is he spent millions of dollars creating this system.
Correct.
And this system works. All the automation on the website, all the back-end systems, all those databases, they all work. And they work, and of course IT has problems here and there, but they get addressed when they break. So they work pretty well, and we put money into maintaining those systems.
Correct.
So by really queuing into that, and then I just started duplicating on the system. That's when I started going out and saying, all right, let me talk to closers and have closers that just duplicate on the system as well. Right. Then within like 6-7 days, now we have like 35 or 40 closers on our team, just from really dialing into that. So dialing into the system, dialing into what works, what's already been there, and executing on it, executing on what we're talking about is massive. It's important because this is like this system that's already been created. It'll work if we put in the work. Like the duplication that you see in the presentation of 1 talking to 2, 2 talking to 4, 4 talking to 8. That's reality, right? Right. That would work if everyone did that. That's literally 31 days. We're talking about a year for mass adoption training. Literally, we have 283 people on the Zoom call right now. If every single one of us talks to 2 people today, that brings in like over 560 by tomorrow. Right. That brings in 560 by tomorrow. And then once all of those 560 go out and talk to 2 people each, that's like a little over 1,000, by the next day. So if we duplicate, we can fill out the core team in a week.
Yeah. And one of the problems that we are having is that we love TBC, but only few of us are actually doing the work. Duplication is very important. And, sometimes we do something in the community, it works for us, and then we want to modify what the admin is saying. But I have learned in this community that it is very important to follow the script. When the admin gives a particular script, follow that script, duplicate the same script, keep duplicating, and before you know it, you have massive people like, I know if you see what I have here, I have changed nothing. It's just exactly like what we have in our Kringle cash. As a merchant, this is what admin is expecting us to have. We have this presentation, like you put this in front of a cashier, and when somebody buys from a store, and the cashier can ask, do you want to cut your food bill in half? And if the person say yes, you say, okay, go there and scan and register. And once the person scans and register, we have now your card, I believe your business card in that store. So when a customer scan this from a merchant and register, he gives your business card, or he tell you, call this number. That is an economic developer in this community. Join this economic developer, talk with him, and he's going to train you how to do it. So I know this is it. And imagine that each and every one of us, like you just said, you rightly said that we are 280 of us here. Imagine if we have to do this for 10 merchants in our different locations. And each of those merchants within a month from now, if we have thousands of merchants that each sign up just 10 merchants, we shall have hundreds of thousands of merchants or millions of merchants or members coming on board. And all what we need is just 1 million times 1,000, and we are done. That's equivalent to 1 billion, and we have achieved mass adoption. You see how logical this is? But we need to buy this vision and duplicate, just like what you are saying. We don't change anything. We just, because if we want to do it our own way, then we are going to face problems tomorrow. So it's preferable for us to duplicate. Very, very important. So yeah. So I know, have you ever been in a situation where you disqualify a prospect because the prospect is wasting your time, or because, sometimes I feel like this our vision, we have the people out there looking for this vision. And once you meet the person, it clicks. But there are some people that they waste your time on over. Have you ever been in a situation where you have to deal with this kind of people that they waste your time for nothing?
Yeah, especially now that I'm dealing with a lot of highly motivated individuals.
Right.
I don't have time for that anymore. I'm doing like 4, including the mass adoption training. I'm on 5 presentations a day. And most of those presentations are about an hour to an hour and a half long with questions and answers and everything like that. Usually I try to keep it around under an hour, but I mean, I'm doing like 8 hours of presentations a day myself. Then I'm doing prospecting. Then I'm doing 3 to 5 minute calls with people between all of that. Plus I'm helping people make payments. I don't have time to deal with a non-motivated individual. I don't have time to deal with an individual with a bad attitude or a bad mentality or anything like that. The reality is there's thousands and thousands of, sharks out there, right? A shark is somebody who's highly motivated, who's a go-getter, and will get after it. There's thousands of them. Right. So I'm just putting my intention towards working with those people, because I don't need to push the boulder up the hill with them. All I need to do is give them the direction, and let the boulder roll down the hill. And then they just start going. They just start executing. They just start doing their own thing. And it works. But their own thing within the system that we have, they start duplicating the way we want them to. Right. And it works. So that's really powerful. But going back to what you were saying about the merchants, getting 10 merchants, maybe it seems like a lot to you. On my first day in the city, on my first day in Philly, just talking to merchants. Now I spent 1 hour on the phone with Spencer because I was nervous about going into the first business. So I lost an hour there, right? In the remaining 5 hours, I talked to 50 businesses. 45 of them were interested, right? That's 45 merchants, not 10. 45.
Wow.
And all of those merchants have 100 to 1,000 people going in and out of that store in a single day. I did that in 1 day, and it was my first day doing it. I know I can go back to the city and do better the next time, and better the next time, and everything like that. I didn't even have the presentation at that point in time. I was just going in cold and kind of winging it, just going in and just winging it. So that shows what's possible. 45 businesses in one day, and it's not like it's not like you're doing that work for free. Every single one of those merchants, you'll be closing on the annual package. If you're talking to a merchant, I wouldn't even present the monthly to them. A merchant has $300. They can do the annual package. That's the only thing I would present to them, right?
Right.
So that's what, 175 in commission per merchant, times 45. There is follow-up time involved in that, you know, following up with the merchant and everything like that. But the initial groundwork, the initial interaction, the hardest part of creating the connection is there. The follow-up is easy. The connection is the harder part. So 45 times 175, I think that's a little over $7,500, you know? And that's one day of speaking to merchants. So I could go out and do that 3 times a week and then spend 2 days out of the remaining 2 or 4 days out of the week following up with the merchants, setting them up. If I go and do that 3 times a week, that's literally $21,000 plus in a week, right?
Right.
That's a lot of money. So talking to merchants pays as well. It's not like you're doing that work for free, you know, you're getting paid. And you honestly, talking to a merchant can sometimes be easier than talking to an individual, you know.
That's true. That's true. Wow. I know, you know, we truly appreciate your story. It inspires many of us who are, especially those that are still new in this community. It's true that many of us, some of us, we are like 5 years in this community so far, but always listening to people who come in new like you is also inspiring to us. And we just want to do more because the objective is for us to reach 1 billion people, that we can unite as one people to change the world and build our own economy, help humanity, eradicate poverty. There shouldn't be any problem of poverty, unemployment, and all that. Those are the problems that we really want to solve as a community. So I know we have heard, and of course, we know that facts can only tell, but stories will sell. So your stories can sell, you know, it can actually put money in some people's pocket that are listening here for the very first time. Oh my God, it looked like cut off there for some minutes. Sorry about that, guys.
No worries.
All right. Okay. So like I was saying, Anoop, what can you tell the community that are listening to you as a newbie? I know you have read a lot what is going on in this community, and you have brought in a lot of people. We might even want to hear from some who are new. What can you tell them, both the new members and the old members who are actually listening to you?
Like what advice would I give them, or what do you mean?
Sure. What advice, or maybe, yeah, what advice can you give them?
For me, what I would say is really connect with abundance.
Right.
You know, because like, so I was looking at the old website, the billionaire or the billioncoin.info website.
Right.
Yeah. And then there's a video on there. In that video, it talks about abundance, right? There's about a few minute section of that video that talks about abundance.
True.
And would you guys actually like to watch that now? I think it's only 3 minutes.
Yeah, why not? You can share and let's go there together.
Right. Let me share screen. Yeah, I thought when I saw this video, this was the first time I saw it as well. I thought it was extremely powerful. So, info formula. So I'll play it in English, but you can also play this in other languages as well.
Right. Can enlarge. Did you share with sound? You can enlarge the screen also.
Let me show. Video. I'll just zoom in.
All right, okay.
March 21st, 2016, at the initial price of 1/10 cent in euros. The ultimate price is.
Their objective is to have absolute control over every man, woman, and child on earth. Open your eyes to this beast system we live in today. It's not just corrupt, It's evil. Creating the belief that scarcity exists is their magic key to the entire system they have created. Wake up. Scarcity only really exists in the minds of those that believe in it. If you believe in something, you will act accordingly. This is the truth. If you wake up, you can break free. There's not enough food in the world.
Well, I'll pause it real quick. Like,
Yeah, no problem.
oh, the volume's low. That's why. Okay. So
2016.
So what that was saying there is that scarcity is a belief, right? Even if you're so for example, I've been homeless before, right? I chose to be homeless because I wanted to know what that was like. I kind of left everything I had. I ditched my phone, I ditched my wallet, and I disappeared for a little while.
Wow.
Because I wanted to understand what it meant to have nothing. And what I found out when I had absolutely nothing is that, and it's not like I could go back to my phone. Like I tossed my phone, I threw my wallet away. Like I couldn't go back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I did that, and I was homeless, and I had nothing, and I also didn't need anything. I came to a point where I was cool. I didn't feel like I needed to drink or eat or even need shelter. Like when it was cold, my body, warm myself up, everything like that. I was just in the spirit, out in the world. I didn't need anything. And that was one of the highest states of abundance I've ever been in, was actually when I had nothing, absolutely nothing materially. So abundance is really a belief. Like that's something that showed me, is that, like it's a belief. It's actually a belief. Like when you tap into what abundance means, and step away from scarcity. Like for example, I don't really ever get hungry anymore. Ever since I've done that, I don't feel hunger anymore. I like to eat food because food tastes good, but I don't actually experience the pain. Like, when you get hungry, you feel that pain in your stomach or whatever. I used to experience that when I was younger, right? But ever since I did that, I don't experience that anymore. I don't feel that pain or whatever associated with hunger. Abundance is real. Like, so we're creating financial abundance, but what's important to understand is that abundance actually goes deeper than just material possessions and finances. Abundance goes like to the very level of like spirit and just like your life force itself. Your life force can sustain you. Your life force can keep you alive.
That is it.
Yeah. So abundance is serious. So for everybody, like new and old, the main thing I would say is really connect with abundance, because that's where you find your personal power as a human being.
That is powerful.
Yeah, that's where you really find like who you are, everything like that. And for me, that required going, just ditching everything I had and having nothing. But, that's not necessarily needed. You can really just tap into that through assessing your beliefs. Like, for example, an example of a scarcity-based belief is, it can be as simple as, oh, shoot, I got a bill to pay and I don't have the money right now. That's scarcity, Right. Just even if that may be true, thinking that way is scarcity. The abundance version of that same thought is, oh, I got a bill coming to pay, but I'll be good. I'll be good when I need it. Like I'll be ready for that bill when it's time. It's the same situation. You still don't have the money, but the energy of it, the mentality of it, everything like that is different.
Yeah, and I know that goes with what the airline have actually planned. They have so much programmed us in such a way that we so much depend, our spirit, mind, everything depend on the system. We are living in a matrix, and right now we want to get out of that matrix and save those that we can save. Because the truth is, not many people, not everybody will want to join us in our boats. Some will still be very resistant until when they have some proofs like the global currency reset that is coming and all that. If people don't see, if they don't push them to the wall, they won't even know. But the truth is, I wish you could play that video to the end, because that video talks a lot of things about abundance, and many people don't even know some of the things that are happening. I wish they could listen to that video right up to the end. Let's go, guys. I think
How did the elite pull this off? They engineered the entire world system to revolve around artificial scarcity. They have lined the pockets of almost every world leader and politician and have effectively turned them all into their puppets. Do you think you are getting the real news when you turn on the TV or open a newspaper? Their traitorous acts should be the headline news. The elite are all criminals operating above the law, and hardly a word about them is mentioned in the mainstream media. Don't you know that the elite own the banks? All of them? They use mind control and call it education. Free markets. Don't make me laugh.
Wow. Wow.
The belief that scarcity exists is their magic key to the entire system they have created. Wake up. Scarcity only really exists in the minds of those that believe in it. If you believe in something, you will act accordingly. This is the truth. If you wake up, you can break free. There's not enough food in the world, not enough water, not enough oil and metals for everyone to have a cell phone, a computer, or a car. These are all lies, and you don't have to be a scientist to expose this deception. Just open your eyes and look around. The earth is empty, empty of us, humans. Look at the land.
Wow.
It is full of every resource you can imagine. Perhaps you live in a city, and from that perspective, it may seem like there are too many of us. Get out of the city. You don't have to go far to discover how empty the world is of us. Raw land, as far as the eye can see, empty of humankind. Take a plane and look down upon the earth. Once you leave the cities, you will see that the earth is untouched and completely full of abundance. The secrets of free energy have been hidden from our view. We could absolutely extract every resource we could ever want from our Mother Earth without destroying this beautiful world. When mankind wakes up to abundance and rejects the deception of artificial scarcity, we will be able to work in complete harmony with nature and gently share in the abundance of it all. When we all believe in the truth that the world is full of abundance, we will behave accordingly. Without the unnatural need for haste embedded into the belief of scarcity, we can simply cooperate with one another and expand into the land without polluting it. Abundance brings peace on earth, and all wars are only truly fought on the belief of scarcity. Wake up! Happiness and joy can be found within the truth. You are facing a personal choice right now. Be very careful in making up your mind. Your whole life you have been bombarded with a deception that makes you believe in scarcity. Even if you are not completely conscious that you have been behaving like a person that believes in scarcity, you may not even be able to see how artificial this scarcity idea is in this world today. But when you examine the totality of the world with your own eyes, you can see nothing but abundance. The major force driving scarcity is fear. The force behind abundance is love. Before you make this choice, ask yourself one question. Do you want to live in abundance? The alternative is scarcity. Of course you want a life of abundance, and so does everyone else. That in itself is proof of abundance. Abundance and the desire to have it is universal. Today you can change your mind and join others who have done so before you and leave scarcity behind and get into the flow of abundance. Once you consciously choose to believe in abundance, not just for yourself, but for all, then you will see abundance recrystallize the reality around you to receive all that you truly desire. It's only a matter of time. Open your eyes and choose now. TBC is the first abundance-based currency in our world.
Wow.
TBC will end poverty globally.
Yep.
But how? How will TBC end poverty throughout the world? There will be 1 billion TBC coins.
That's the main part about the abundance specifically. Every
Right.
time I watch that, I get chills. You know, I was just thinking I might spend a few minutes every day just watching that actual video.
So powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have to encourage everybody to watch that video over and over again, because there's a lot of deep truth in that video, you know.
Yeah. And like on a higher level, like let's say we extracted all the oil or all the gold from the earth.
Right.
Who's to say the earth can't produce more? Like, we don't actually know whether that's true or not. Like, there's a lot of things about the nature of reality that we don't know. People like science. So I came from a science background, right?
Right.
In fact, like, so we've all seen the triple strand DNA video. We talked about that yesterday, right?
Yeah.
At one point in time, I would have thought that was amazing, right? That's how deep in science I was. That's how lost and, like that's how little I knew, right?
They want to kill us.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that. I would have said, "Oh wow, this is cutting edge science. They want to integrate technology into DNA."
Yeah.
DNA. You see what I'm saying? Like, so they're very smart about how they phrase things, but science itself doesn't actually know much about reality. For example, so when I studied martial arts, I also studied like healing methods. So like how to heal the body with the spirit and the mind, right?
Right.
I've had situations where like through in training, like I've dislocated an elbow or I've injured something or whatever it is, and then I healed it afterwards. Just with like, I didn't go to the doctor, I just healed it, right?
Yeah.
And that's real. That goes to a very high level. There's people that have healed cancer. There's people that have done a lot of different things, just through their spirit, through the power of God, creator of the universe, however you see that, whatever, right? But that's real. That exists. So, that's something I wanted to study as a scientist, because I basically, once I left school initially, I went back to school later on, but then I left again because when I told them what I wanted, I told the research I want to do, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to go out, become an entrepreneur, earn money, and then finance my own research. And now I have that opportunity through TBC where I'll be able to finance all of my own research. But going back to what I was saying with the nature of reality, we don't know whether our resources are actually limited. That could also just be a belief. For example, like on a physical level, something that everybody can relate to is everybody's been tired before. Everybody's felt exhausted. When I first started training martial arts, fatigue was something that was real to me, right? After training, I would feel fatigued. There's only so much training that I could do. So something I did an experiment with myself. I stopped eating, right? But I kept training. So I wouldn't eat for days on end, but I would train 5-6 hours, usually up to 8 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah, so I would go very in depth with the training, but I wasn't eating. At first, I was fatigued. I was gassed. I was weak, everything like that. But by day like 3 or 4, I had more energy than I knew what to do with. I couldn't even sleep. So the belief that energy is limited, the belief that our resources are limited, those are things I question because I've personally seen how that's not true.
Yes, that's not true, because you see, in physics, they'll always tell you energy is never lost. It can only be transformed from one stage to another. So there is no way you want to tell me that this energy is losing. It's not true. And we have it in abundance. So if we have it in abundance and they're brainwashing us that the energy is limited, where is the energy going from? So that's not true. Can only be transformed.
Yeah, like with even with electricity, like the utilities that you're paying, once you're using that electricity, it's not gone. It's just become something else. It's still energy. It's still there. But even throughout your day, right? Every time you say, "Oh man, I'm tired," that's a belief. That's not real. So if you look at that belief and you address that belief and you say, "Am I actually tired?" Just from having that second thought of, "Am I actually tired?" You'll have more energy, right? Because you question that belief. You broke out of that framework. So like a lot of times we think thoughts and we think those thoughts are ourselves. The thoughts that we have in our mind, like, "Oh man, I'm hungry. Oh man, I'm tired. Oh man, I'm broke. Oh man, what?"
It's the
any
belief.
of those thoughts, those are beliefs, but are they your beliefs or are they just beliefs? You know, they're not necessarily you. Those are just things in your mind. If you detach from those thoughts and really start observing them, you'll start seeing that they're not you. And then once you start doing that, those thoughts won't happen anymore. You won't be as tired. You won't be as hungry. You won't feel as broke. Like, you know?
Yeah, because you see, Anup, there is a phrase that admin taught me. He always tell me, belief is more powerful than knowledge. How about that? Yeah, very, very
You know,
powerful.
by the standards of knowledge, if we look at data and statistics, the strongest weightlifter in the world, right? The strongest guys in the world, they only lift about 1,000 pounds, right? Which is a lot by most standards. They lift about 1,000 pounds. But if a woman sees her baby trapped under a car and that baby's gonna die, she'll lift that damn car up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's belief, right? Where's the knowledge in that? That doesn't make any sense, but it happens. And that's been documented. Like, we know that happens.
That's right. Wow. This is so true. Anup. Wow, this is it, guys. And Anup is my special guest today, and we are just discussing a little bit of everything. And maybe we might want to take one or two persons who want to add something to what we are discussing. Or maybe you have a question you want to ask to Anup. Then this is it, guys. Just feel free to raise your hands, and we can unmute you so that you can talk. We have Badel. I'm seeing the hands of Badel here. Badel, you need to, oops. Okay, we also have Tisham. Sham, I don't know if I pronounced that very well. Tisham, unmute. Tisham, okay. You have something you want to say to Anup or to add to the discussion?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tisham.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead, we can hear you.
He muted.
You muted. Okay. Maybe he just mistakenly lifted up his hands. We have Jean-Paul. Jean-Paul, you have a question for Anup, or you want to add to our discussion?
No, I don't have a question for Anup because I can see very well what he's doing.
Right.
I just want to say that I sincerely support and believe what he says, because I guess I've only been, a week now in the program, and I'm already, collecting members.
Boom.
So
fantastic.
I have shared already with UMB. I have already 8 members as of today.
Boom.
What, 6 days?
That is. Tell us, how many days have you been in the community? How many weeks?
Of 1 week, I think, maybe.
I know that is what we are saying. I know 1 week, he already brought in about 8 people. Just imagine that each and every one of us doing the same thing, duplicating. Massive growth is just by our side. Wow, congratulations, Jean-Paul.
So, yeah, it is exactly what you say. If the person is committed, it can work.
Right.
It's only better. And thanks to Anup, I have done exactly what he said. I went to this group and I start to talk to the people and just say, hey, here's an opportunity for you. And like now, just listening to you, I'm not kidding you. Just listening to you, I contacted 10 people, and immediately I have 3 already.
Wow.
Who wants to enroll? So you see, it's very fast. If you know how, what to do or what to say. Again, thanks to you, Anup, really, because I follow exactly what you say.
The script, duplicating the script. That's just it.
The script is yours, MB. The script is yours, but the method belongs to Anup. So the method is from Anup.
Yeah.
Mastermind.
Actually, so the method's not actually mine. I
took everything from admin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, this is what we are here for. We share with each other, we help each other, and at the end of the day, it becomes fruitful. And that's
Correct.
exactly what admin was saying. He says, even me, I have even a bigger opportunity because I'm the first one in Vietnam. At the moment, I'm getting people from all over the place because I'm
Wow.
using the system. But I'm having my meeting with the Vietnamese people
Right.
going on. I have meetings scheduled. One wasn't successful yesterday. Okay, fine. It doesn't happen every day. I mean, you
Of
cannot be
course.
successful every day. As you have to try, and you have trials and errors. So no problem. I have another one tomorrow. I will have another one on Saturday, and so on. So we'll see. I mean, once I start to be able to set up my team in Vietnam, like Anoop set up a team in the US,
The US, yeah.
then it will probably even be more significant, because then I will get these guys to build their community around them, because Vietnamese will be even faster than me. Because I share the story with you. The first day that I invited a very close friend of mine, Vietnamese,
Right.
and I made a mistake, involuntary mistake, right? I say, okay,
We learn from our mistakes.
yeah, but I said to her, register 2 people. And then I forgot to tell her with your link.
Oh
So
my
she
God.
registered 2 people now with my link,
Oh.
And then I went back to her and I say, oh, by the way, now I made a mistake. You have to register 2 people. And she registered 2 people. And after I say, okay, you have to register 2 more within 24 hours. And she got 2 people within 24 hours. So this is
Wow.
what I'm trying to say, how quick they can do it
Mhm.
and how fast they can do it. It's very, very crazy.
Right.
That to see that,
You're right. You're right, Paul. Everybody's shopping.
All the closers you're bringing on as well, they can just duplicate on the same method, and you can build your team that way.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes, that sounds good. I'm actually looking at finding some Vietnamese closers, because I know there are some.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, they are. They are.
So
Just
what I need is to find the Vietnamese closers now, because that for me will be the key. Once I have maybe 2 or 3, that's what I need to start with. And then
Right.
bam, it will shoot after this.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that's what I wanted to share. Emily. Thank you so much for the
This is
opportunity to say something.
awesome,
And
Paul.
again, thanks to both of you, because like I say, I'm using one method with one school.
We complement each other, right? Wow, this is awesome.
And I'm very, I'm very, very happy to be a part of this community, and I hope I can do really my share here in Vietnam, because as admin said yesterday, he says I'm the first one, so I should try to keep that. How do you call it? That competitive edge that I have on
Right.
anyone who will come after me.
That's true. That's right. Wow, congratulations, Jean Paul. I'm really proud of you. Success breeds success, right? So I know if you are successful, it's very easy for you to breed that same success. And then the person you are bringing in will breed that same success. So follow the people that are successful and you will be successful. There is a saying that if you are working with 5 people who are successful, you'll be number 6 that will be successful, right? So let's keep duplicating the success. That is what we need. That is what we need. We can always help each other. If you're having challenges signing up people, you can join Anoop's training. You can join our trainings here. We just have a lot of trainings. The admin has provided us. Anoop, I don't know. You see, there are few businesses out there where they have 24 hours training running, like 24 hours. I don't know if you have, I don't even know any that 24 hours training are going on. So we have trainings here, left and right. I think this is awesome what we have here. It's so awesome. Yeah. We also have another person, Mr. TBC professional from Dubai. Yes. Hello, Mr. TBC professional. Bakadasala. Mute, Mr. TBC
Comment ça
professional.
va? Eid Mubarak. Ça va avec toi?
Ça va très bien.
Yes, ça va bien, bien. Yes. Very good evening, guys. Eid Mubarak from Dubai and from all the from Bangladeshi community and Indian community. I'm just giving to you and Eid Mubarak to every one of our sweet and lovely and sexiest family in the world and TBCN family. Okay, so there you are. Thank you very much, brother Anup. You are doing very good and great. And the video was you are showing, you are sharing us. It's a really fantastic and tremendous. It's a really mind blowing, fantastic, tremendous video. Just now you show us. Can you get us this link to everyone can see this?
Yeah.
Is it possible so everybody can get it?
Yeah, let me.
And it could be better.
Yeah, the video is there. Yeah, Anu can share again.
Yeah, I think you can share the link and people can watch it. There is so many people, they cannot get it exactly where the link is. So if you are sharing here and it could be better.
Yeah.
So I'm here at the moment, Dubai seaside in, it's called Bar Dubai. We are just in the house and just we are walking around and it's a fantastic place. It's a beautiful place and it's called Abra.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful. There is people and fantastic. There is a yacht and there's a beautiful place. It's a fantastic looking. So I welcoming to everyone our TBC family to Dubai and TBC Mama. How are you? Good. I hope everybody is fine. Especially I'm going to give to Cameroon my best regards from Dubai and Bangladesh and India. Also Ghana and all of our African family. TBCN and all over the world TBCN family. I'm just giving for my heart big pleasure and it's a really great things. We have spent a very good day. There you are. Thank you. So there you are. So thank you very much. It was a really fantastic that our brother Anup is doing very well. Also our ambassador brother ambassador is doing very good job and we are working together and we have to be very serious, guys. I'm telling you all of you that one thing today again.
Commitment.
1:100, 1:50, 1:35, 1:10. If you have 1:100, you don't need to do anything, any other job. You don't need to do any other business. Right. If you are having 100, you are getting $1,500 to $2,000. You have the income. So there you are. I want to tell you guys very important things. I want to share you something very important. If people have the mistake, people have the wrong concept, some of the offers I am giving to all over the world TBCN. All over the world TBCN. I'm a TBC man. I love TBC and I'm a real greatest TBC in the whole world. I made great money in TBC. I made $1 million from TBC, cash money, to only the presentation to the people who are not understanding the TBC. So I'm doing it and I'm very happiest man in the art in TBC world. So I want to tell you guys very important things. Who have the wrong concept about regarding I'm offering the products, I'm offering the things from Dubai and Bangladesh, but we have called Apanjon.com. We are giving instant product, 50% Kingle, 50% cash.
Wow.
So I'm just, telling to Mr. Apan, Nasar Ahmad Apan, just can you just share the link of yours? And if you have any order, India, Bangladesh, who have here living, I can give you any time, any products if you want. Okay. Even in Dubai, because I am respecting always the admin. Without admin permission, I cannot do anything. I am not taking any my own idea, and I'm just sharing. If admin is accepting me, then I can share, do the business. Otherwise, not. There is people there that I have done, bringing the money, and after 4 months later, I'm giving the products. Not like that. Just I'm sharing, but it is not happening, which is people are thinking. So be careful on that side. So don't be in wrong concept that about me, wrong thinking. And if you have any questions, directly you can email me. If you have any wrong idea, if you have wrong concept, anything, whatever you have in your brain, if you want to sharing with me, please confirm me. Is it like that? Don't be blamed to anyone. Don't be blamed to me. And I'm always salute to the TBC and salute to our admin, and I respect our senior leader who are doing the great job, like Ambideric and support helper member like Mofo, Ivy, and every one of you who are doing the great job in TBC. So guys, please, I'm a TBC lover man. I'm living a very good lifestyle, 100% Kingle in 5-star resident apartment in Dubai. So I want everybody should do this way, which how I am doing it. So if you need any help, I can help you. I given you my email address. I cannot give you my WhatsApp because so many people are disturbing me. So I cannot answer the hundreds of thousands of people calls and WhatsApp. So they work. So anyway, thank you much for the meeting and everything. Thank you very much to Brother Anup and Ambideric. I'm always appreciate.
Mr. TBC professional, start preparing our place, because immediately we hit mass adoption, we are coming to celebrate in Dubai. So
Yes. Why not?
Immediately we complete the core team. Why not a trip to Dubai?
Of course, why not? My dear brother, listen, India and Bangladesh is going to complete the core team. I'm telling you. I just giving you the declaration and mass adoption meeting. Going to be 1,000 people from India and Bangladesh. I'm working 20 hours a day right now at the moment. I'm giving you my declaration to every one of you. I have more than 5,000 people in Bangladesh. I'm teaching them every single of the day, 6 to 8 hours a day. Even today is a Eid day. I have done my meeting today.
Right.
I have done my meeting. Even asked to the Indian community, I make them build up to just run, just come up. And you can see that. And from Manipur also, we can have another great news coming. 1,000 liters is going to be started payment. Also from Odisha, you know that there is a state called Odisha. There is 1,000 people are going to be involved, 100% full time. They are doing it, and I'm training them. Every day I have a meeting in India. What time? Like Dubai time is 1 p.m.
Right.
India time is 2:30. If anybody can attend, you can attend anytime. If you want any different languages, no problem. Hindi, English, Bangla, other different languages, no problem at all. I can speak same as like mother tongue, so don't worry about that. Any questions? And especially, I'm welcoming to the negative people who are the biggest negative in the world. I want to challenge them. Biggest negative. Don't go to directly to admin. Come to me first of all, then go to admin, please. I'm listening to every one of you. Who are the biggest negative men in the whole earth? Come to me first. Don't go to the MP Derek. Don't go to Anup, brother Anup. Come to me first. I'm sharing my my link every day, 24/7. After mass adoption meeting, I have a meeting 11 Bangladeshi time, Indian time 11 o'clock evening, and Dubai time 9:30. Every day I am here. Every day, guys, I am here.
Great.
Don't worry. If you have any hard question, just come to me first, then go. I'm just sharing my link. Come to me.
You can put a link on the chat so that people can join you.
Yes, I can put it.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Any hard question, excuse me, any hard question. I have already in Dubai with the government level people. I have a meeting. If I have a wrong question, I will be in the prison, and they cannot put me over there. And I have challenged that. And I am the one person. There was a 11 intelligence officer was there. They cannot blame me about the TBC. This is me, man. 100% TBC, 100%. Believe from the heart and from the mouth, from the brain. It's called Khamsel Hawa Sisa Ilanni. I love from TBC, from my 5 different part of the body, from brain, from heart, from mouth, from inside, from stomach, from eyes, from nose, from mouth.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. TBC professional. See you very soon.
And one of the sexiest men in the whole world in TBC. I am.
TBC community, the TBC community. All right, thank you, Mr. TBC professional. Let's take another person, guys. We have.
I'd like to welcome all of you to our Kringle community presentation, and we're going to be talking about our United for Food campaign.
We are having some noise. I don't know where that noise is coming from. Okay. All right, let's go with Alade. Alade, you there? Okay, Alade, unmute again. Yeah, go ahead.
Good day, Dainde.
Greetings.
Good day, Dainde.
Yeah, good day.
Now I want to ask a question about the merchant QR code. What particular app can we use to scan the merchant QR code?
All right. You mean from your wallet or from the Kringle Cash?
I mean the merchant QR code is set up for the merchant. Yeah. This one. What particular app can we use to scan this barcode?
Yeah, let me show you. So when you go to your Kringle Cash, okay, when you go to your Kringle Cash and you go to, let's say you go to marketing, all right, then you go to United for Food. You click here, United for Food. Yeah, so if the merchant is, let's say, you download this. If you're in the merchant account, you download this. Once you download this now, you have this here, okay? Now you can print this out, right? So this is it. And if you want to see the presentation, what to do, how to deal with the merchant, what you do is that you come to PDF presentation, okay? When you come to PDF presentation, you can come here. We have it in French now, okay? For the French community, we have it now in French. Yeah, we try to translate it in French. It might not be perfect, but you can always correct the mistakes. So for the English presentation for the merchant, how they can use, you click here and you get the full presentation, how to use the merchant QR code where people can scan and register. This is just to scan and register, scan and do the registration. So when you scan, it will take you directly to the sign up page. Like you see in this presentation, it's actually loading. It's taking a lot of time because I'm sharing Zoom. So that PDF explains how to tackle with the merchants. Alade, I hope that helps. Alade, I don't know if you're here. Did you mute yourself again? Let me see. It looks like you've dropped out. I don't know. Alade, are you here? Your mic is not on. I don't know why. Okay. All right, guys, we are in the second hour of our meeting, and we can now take any question. All right, we can now take any question. Let us hear from Tedros. Tedros?
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Imbe.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, my dear bro. Thank you very much for your service. You are really a service-headed man.
Thank you.
Sorry for being asking a personal question here, but I was trying to solve with you and with another guy, Mr. Ene, but we can't solve that problem. Already I paid for
You have a technical problem, right? Let me show you. You have a technical problem, right?
Yes, exactly.
So what you need to do is that if you have a technical problem, come here, go to your Kringle Cash. When you go to your Kringle, oh my God. Okay, when you go to your Kringle Cash, on the dashboard, you have this. Member helpers training. Have you gone to this meeting?
I have been attended, but I didn't get for them. Already, just I have made contact with the support team.
No, this is not the support. This is the member helpers. The support team is different from this. Have you gone to this meeting where they say
yes,
member
I have got for them.
Who did you meet there? Who actually took care of your problem? Can you remember the name of the leader?
I have made contact with them, but they can't solve yet the problem. They asked the address of the payment, and we give.
All right. Let me pull out somebody that will help you. Okay, Mr. Mufo, Mr. Mufo Money, are you here? Have you seen Mufo Money? Have you talked with Mufo?
Yes, I have been talking. We tried with him.
Mr. Mufo, are you here or you're in the presentation? I don't know. Mr. Mufo?
Yeah, Ambassador. Yes, I'm listening to you, and I heard he said he has talked with me. I can't really
Tedros, have you talked with Mr. Mufo?
His name is the one who you sent for me, Mr.
Move for money. The person I'm talking right now. Have you talked with him? Okay, now this is what happened, eh?
Eke, yeah, I have been speaking with Eke.
No, he's not the same person. I'm telling you, the person you need to talk to right now. Okay. So,
Okay.
Private chat Mr. Mufo, the Mr. Mufo money. Private chat him now, and then he will give you the possible contacts how to get to him, so that that problem will be solved once and forever. If the problem is not solved, don't leave him alone. Hold his legs until the problem is solved. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put my link in the chat area. You just get to hook up with me and we can do a private Zoom and look at the issue keenly and see how to resolve it. So no problem. I'm going.
Okay, that's fine. So Tedros, he's putting his link now in the chat. Hook up with him there and he will get the problem solved. Don't leave him alone until the problem is solved. Do you understand?
Yes, of course.
You must hold him until that problem is solved. I don't want to hear that you have that problem again.
Okay, just I was trying with the money you have given and with the lady which was paying for a week, but it doesn't been solved. So, so I am losing the.
No, don't worry. Mr. Mufo is the chief of the member helpers meeting, so he will do everything possible to help you out. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Just I will look for him right now.
All right, great.
Thank you very much, Mr. Imbe.
You're welcome. All right, we have Ike Chuku. Ike Chuku.
Yes. Hello, Mbe. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. And happy celebrations to our Muslim brothers.
Yeah, Bakar Sada to all the Muslims.
Okay, I was going to ask Mr. TBC professional, yes, about the products they have in Dubai for 50%. And then I'm in Nigeria, assuming I place order, can they ship it to Nigeria?
Yes, they do. You just need to collect his email. He said, if you have any question, he has just posted a link on the chat. If you have a question, you can just go there now and get to him. There is a presentation.
And set up a single cashback office. I have so many exciting things to share.
All right.
He posted a link for the Zoom meeting, but I didn't see his email.
And also his email address. So let me just scroll up in the chat, and you're going to find his email address, and then you can email him because he said he can't give out his phone number. So because of influx of people, that is the email address he posted. This is the email address he posted. So you can get to him through that email, and he will respond to you as fast as possible. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, it looks like Mr. TBC Professional want to say something. Okay, Mr. TBC Professional, come on board. You can unmute, Mr. TBC Professional. I don't know. Try to unmute. I saw your hands up. I don't know. Are you there, Mr. TBC Professional? All right. So yeah. Okay, guys. If you want to talk to Mr. TBC Professional, that is the. All right. You're already putting on your mask.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. It looks. Somebody wanted your attention.
Yes, I'm here.
Somebody was asking if you can ship to Nigeria, so I've asked him to contact you through the email address.
Can I give my email address?
Yes, we already posted that on chat.
All right, okay, 1 minute.
All right.
1 minute. Let's see. Yeah, this is okay.
Yeah, he's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, how can I help you? I did not get him correctly.
Okay, Mr. TBC Professional, I was asking what kind of products do you sell? And I'm in Nigeria. When I buy products from,
I have so many different products because I'm taking the negotiating with the company here, like iPhone I'm taking 70% cash, 30% Kindle here.
Okay, great.
And they have one condition that I have to buy 100 piece or 500 piece. So just give me your contact details so I can contact with you by WhatsApp. Send me your email, your WhatsApp number, email, so I can contact with you because the meeting is running.
I'm sending it to you now.
Is that okay?
Yes, I've sent it to you now.
All right, okay, no problem. I'll do that, no problem. But guys, excuse me, listen. There is a misunderstanding. There is a people who was talking about 4 months, 3 months, not happening like that. Because maximum we take 10 days, 15 days. This is delivery system because there is some condition. So you have to understand because there is people. I am doing right now at the moment, TBC. There is so many people are cheating. Many different countries in the world. Now cheating is finished. Even in India, even in Bangladesh. There is so many people are enemy right now for me. They are jealousing me, whatever I'm doing. So if you have any question directly, you can questioning me. I can give you the answer. So you can understand what is the truth. Okay. So
okay.
Okay.
I'll email you.
All right. Okay.
And I've sent my contact to your personal chat.
All right. Okay. Because right now I'm outside with my family. Today is the Eid, so no problem. Even I have done also today meeting also. And also after mass adoption meeting, I'm doing also meetings. So anyhow, it's okay. No problem. Thank you.
It's okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Great. That is it, guys. That is it. Okay. Let's get another person. Guys, if you have a question now, this is the time for you to ask your question. Okay. And if you want to talk to Mr. Mufomone, he just posted his link there. So get there and talk to him directly. His Facebook, WhatsApp, everything is there. You can talk to him. If you have any other question you want to ask, this is the time for you to ask your question, you know. All right, so guys, I know, you know, there is also one thing that blows my mind each time I'm in this community, you know. There is this thing they call private or public notice. This public notice here, I know, have you had time to go through this public notice and see the kind of things that the admin has put together in this place? You see, when you click on public notice, we have lots and lots of documents there that you can actually read. Anup, can you hear me? I don't know, whether it's my network. It's crazy, yeah. Can you hear me? Okay, looks like you're muted. All right.
No, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, okay, it's fine. I was just asking if you have had time to go like through this article of association, you know, and see how this, you know, this thing was written sometime in 2018, but I tell you, each time I'm going through this, it's like they're talking to me right now. It's so powerful. And one of the things that I love in this article of association is the first principle, or article, the first principles. The society and the PCA are founded upon the following principles. Do no harm to another being or to the environment and living systems of our world. Give so that one may receive in equal measure. Do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. Be a peacemaker and seek resolution over conflicts. Always seek to fulfill the intention to co-create together so that all may benefit. Use the tools provided by and through the society to assist others to achieve better lives wherever possible. Create opportunities for oneself and others in harmony with these principles, with the use and benefit of the tools of the society and PCA. Use the private medium of exchange that is exclusively available to members of the PCA to spread abundance for one's community and nation, sowing seeds of prosperity that all may share in the abundance and prosperity we create together. Wow. I know, I tell you, I'm so much in love with the first principle. Yeah. We have the venue, the jurisdiction, we have protocols, policies, mission, purpose. But I tell you, I know I'm so much in love with principle the first. What do you think about this?
Yeah, the information in the articles of association, the mission statement, and even if you read like the SEC document and things like that, there's a lot to learn there. There's a lot of information. You know, there's a lot of things I didn't necessarily know about. For example, like the structure of the Holy See, everything like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that until I read it.
Mm-hmm. You know, when you read that structure of the Holy See, the thing just blows your mind. You're like, what? What? Yeah. You're like, what? So I want to encourage everybody, if you are new here and you haven't clicked on the public notice and go through our article of association, we want to encourage you to do that now. When you click on public notice, you have article of association, mission statement. You want see about the SEC. You know, the SEC actually investigated us in 2018, and we told them that we are private. We proved to them that we are a private community. We are not public, and they let us be. So yeah, we came out from the other side. So today, guys, we are growing stronger and stronger again. Yeah. All right, so if we have another person that wants to say something, you have a question you want to ask, you want to contribute on what we are saying here, then this is the time for you to do that. We have Badfi, yeah, something like that. Unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you for the opportunity. Yes, I have my question to ask. Right. I joined, let's say, almost 5 days ago.
Okay.
And I've been able to bring somebody on board, and he's waiting for payment today. We've already sent the money to the guy that paid to sign me up.
Okay.
Yes. So we send everything to the person in Ghana, and we are waiting for the payment. But the problem is, when we were registering for the guy, we were supposed to reach the point where the facial recognition have to show for him to take the picture, but it did not, as of like that point did not show. So I don't know if it is a problem.
Can he log into his account?
Yes, he can log into his account.
Okay, if you can log into his account, I don't think there's any problem. No problem. Maybe by the time you were registering the person, there was a bit of maintenance going on. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay, because he can log into his account, both the what we call it, the main site and the wallet.
And the wallet. Okay, fine. If you can log in, fine. Don't worry. As far as once you pay, it's fine. Everything can be rectified later if there's any problem. I know. My network is choppy. All right. Perfect.
So, thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Okay, guys. Let's take another person. We have Gina. Hello, Gina.
Hello, Mbe. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. And you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. First of all, I just want to know the things that Noop are talking about are things that I've been dealing with the mindset. I'm really big into like the law of attraction and changing the mindset.
Wow.
And, all of those principles, and I fully agree about all of that. And it's something I continue to learn in. And I'm also learning about the brain and the pineal gland. Mm-hmm. And how it's not by accident, but by design, it's been calcified on purpose by things that are being put into our atmosphere, our foods, our waters. And when you are fully able to engage with your pineal gland as the creator God intended for us to do, how that changes your whole perspective and mindset on things. And so I just, I think it's awesome, to hear people that are, on that and trying to help people to understand, the limitations of our mindset and how we can overcome that. That's awesome. And also I wanted to say that, the things we've been talking about, like with all the food centers and the, helping people, with their dreams and getting things going is really cool. I like, things he was saying, yesterday about, the homelessness and the things they said today about, the homelessness. That's one of the things that's on my mind, about wanting to create housing for them and to help them to better themselves. You know, one of the things I want to do is to, you know, have like centers set up where they can come and live. And while they're living there, you know, teach them the things they need for life and to help them with changing their mindset and help them if they have, you know, problems like PTSD and depression, things that they need to get past and help them to better themselves. And then I would like to have, you know, it to where they could transition over into some kind of housing outside of that center.
Right.
You know, to have their own place to where they're actually being responsible and, you know, paying their bills and learning how to be responsible for themselves and creating a life of abundance for themselves and their family members. And then have programs for people to where they can buy houses. I've had this program written down into a book for a really long time where it's called Interest Free. And it's where I would buy fixer up homes and fix them up. I would sell them at appraisal value, but 100% interest free.
Wow.
They wouldn't need to go to a bank or anywhere to get a loan. They would simply, I would look at their, you know, debt to income ratio, not looking at their gross income, but their net. See, I think that's something, I don't know how it is in other countries, but in America, when you go get a loan, they look at your gross income. By doing that, they're saying that you can afford more of a house or more of a payment on a loan than you really actually can. So I'm going to be looking at their debt to income ratio, their net income, and determine how much, you know, I'll figure out a scale of how much, okay, this is what you can afford a month. Look to see if I have any houses, you know, it's available for them. And what they will do is just start making monthly payments. And those payments is going to be a non-for-profit because those payments are directly going to go right back into the programs to go and do the same thing. Buy more houses, fix them up, sell them interest free.
Wow.
So, you know, so transitioning people from being homeless in the center into a place of their own and then into buying a home.
That is interesting. And you
This is
see,
one of the,
your sound was a little bit far. Maybe you should bring.
no,
Okay.
I'm
good.
sorry.
Yeah. Okay, it's fine now.
Did you understand what I said?
The last thing you said, we didn't get that.
Okay, that you know, just take the people that are homeless and put them into a center.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was saying, to get the skills, change them like that, and you know how to manage money properly and things like that. Then transition them into a housing place where they're, you know, they're paying rent and learning to pay bills, and then transition them from there into owning a home through my program.
Right. Wow, that is awesome. You know, many of us, the first time I read the law of attraction, I was like, what? but do you know that it actually works if you understand and you follow it up? It works like magic, you know, it works.
It does. And what blew my mind when I came to realize that this is actually a biblical principle and people don't get it. It's right in God's word. He says that our thoughts and our words are the most powerful thing on the face of earth, that what a man thinketh, so is he.
True. That's correct.
You know, so it is a biblical principle. And what's sad to me is there's two types of born again Christians, religious ones and spiritual ones.
Correct.
And I don't know in other countries, but in America, I have found that those that are religious ones are stuck in a box and with more limiting beliefs, and the spiritual ones are outside that box. So the law of attraction for religious born again Christians, they think it is this woo-hooey, out there, cosmic, untouchable, forbidden thing. Mm-hmm. And so they're missing their blessings and missing their abundance.
Yeah, because
and to me, that is extremely sad.
Right, right. That's a universal law. It's the law from nature. It's not the kind of these creativity laws that we have out there. And, you know, by the time you start following all these universal laws, you start getting yourself out of the matrix. That has enslaved us and that has made us to be brainwashed, and like we are in the box, and we need to get many people out of this box, because when you look at humanity today, they have succeeded. We know them, the elites, they have succeeded to put humanity in the box. We're in the cave. They have caved us, and we are so much in this matrix. They have find a way to start brainwashing us from birth, from the TVs that we watch, from the things that we eat, from the environment, pollution, and everything. We are just in this cave, and we need to get out of it. We really need to get out of it, because it is very much important to save humanity. If we don't do that, we don't know who is going to do that. All it takes is one person, and that one person has been the admin, and now the admin has brought us together. It's so interesting as we speak here, we come together, we share our ideas, and we say, Gina, sometimes I just imagine how in some few years from now, we shall be looking at our archives, where we came from, how the journey took place, and some of these videos that we are talking today, and we're like, wow, we actually did this. Wow,
Right,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
And I have a question for you.
All right, go ahead.
So like when I'm looking in my account right now, and I'm at the rewards part. So, oh shoot, it took me off. Where it said, where you click your Kringle rewards, and I'm looking at the bottom, and it has these dates next to it, and it says like Kringle received, TBC received, and it's there. Does that stay there, or is that going to my wallet? What happens with that?
It's going to your wallet, just showing the statistic of what your wallet should be having.
Oh, so it's just showing me that this is already in there. That's what's gonna, like, because right here it says referrals, mass adoption meetings, core team.
Right, because because when you assist in this mass adoption meeting, if you're in the billionaire zone, you have one TBC coin that will be given to you once you insert the keyword. And if you sign up any person for free that does his facial verification, you have 10 TBC coin.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Right now, another part down at the bottom, I was reading and I'm a little confused. I can find that part again.
And any other question, Gina?
Yeah, one more. I'm trying to find this part where I didn't understand.
Okay. All right, so just be patient with Gina as she's about to ask her last question. She is looking for the question, right?
Yes, I got it here. It's the part that says exchange of 40 GR. The Kringle can exchange for any equal value such as goods, services, and other currencies. 40 GR where the Kringles needs to be exchanged to collect this Kringle reward. What is that?
Read again that area. Is it a transaction?
It says exchange.
Yeah, volume. Yeah, your sound is missing. Okay, GR grain.
Hello?
Yeah.
It says exchange 40 GR. Kringle can be exchanged for anything of equal value, such as goods and services and other currencies. 40 GR worth of Kringle needs to be exchanged to collect this Kringle reward. All members are encouraged to complete a transaction equal to 40 GR within the first week of membership. No one told me about this, with either their sponsor or a partner. So what is this? Because nobody told me anything about this.
All right, so let me share my screen. Let us go to our Kringle Cash. Okay, let's assume that somebody have joined today and he wants to he wants to buy maybe goods and services, or he wants to add his TBC. He has enough cash. All right, he wants to give you cash and then you want to transfer TBC to his account. So each person, normally it was supposed to be 10 grains, because 10 grains, okay, 10 grains is like, if you put 10 grains here, 10 grains is like, let's just say $38, all right? So if you carry out a transaction, if you send 10 grains to somebody and you are in the billionaire zone, you have a Kringle reward for that person. When you do transaction verification, 10 grains for somebody who is in the billionaire zone, all right? When you do transaction verification, you have 0.1 TBC. Or let's say you carry out transactions, you buy, let's just assume that you bought a TV set for $40, which is about 10 grains. So when you carry out a transaction with the merchant, and the merchant will be rewarded, he has to carry out what they call transaction verification. So to do the transaction verification, you go to you go to rewards and you go to transaction verification. If you are the sender, you click here, but the receiver needs to fill this form. There is a form for the receiver to fill. So the receiver will go to receiver, transaction verification receiver, and click here for a request and fill this form, his name. This is to avoid scam or people discounting our coin. So if a merchant is receiving this amount from you, he carries out a transaction verification. He fills the amount, the wallet address, the date, the time, the amount in kringles, and he will submit. So once the merchant submits this, you on your part, you'll be the sender. So you come here and approve. So in the days sometimes in 2018, like 2017, we were doing a lot of transactions where people would tell you the method of payment was Bitcoin. And once you carry out this transaction, you as a sender, you need to come here and approve. There'll be a small button here to approve. So when you click on approve, it means that you have accepted that transaction, that you actually carry out the transaction. In case of any scam, if that transaction is a scam, your send button will be taken off and that of the merchant. So if you are scamming the system and you have approved the transaction, then you'll be in trouble. Both of you, the sender and the receiver, will be in trouble. So once you carry out a transaction of 10 grains, 10 grains is about $38. If it is 40 grains, yeah, so that'll be $150 today. In the days sometime backward, it was just about $40 for 10 grains, for 40 grains. So now the currency is actually getting value, and the price is increasing. Yeah, so that's the work of that. You exchange goods and services with somebody and you obtain rewards. You obtain reward, the merchant obtain reward doing transactions too. Or any other person. You can buy a piece of land. Imagine that you buy a piece of land for maybe about $10,000, for example. The person buying the piece of land will actually have enough reward. You actually have a lot of reward, because once you carry out a transaction verification, the system will reward the person. Yeah, so people are being rewarded to carry out transactions.
Oh, awesome.
Right.
That's cool. Now I know about the broadcaster thing, because I think might start doing that.
Yeah, the broadcast too is also awesome, because you make up to 1 TBC for a broadcast that you do.
Okay.
Just submit.
Now on the broadcast, is there any certain thing that we're supposed to talk about or say when we're broadcasting?
Just as a TVision, just talk about anything. Just talk about anything. But I can only advise not to talk things like politics, not to talk things like immoral stuffs and all that. Just be respectful. Discussion. You can talk about, I don't know, you can talk about food, how to prepare food, you can talk about anything. It can be TBC, it can be anything. So if you have a specific talent.
We can talk about the TBC. It's lawful to do that. It's okay.
Of course. You can talk about TBC. Yeah, if you have any other talents that you want to show people, you talk about that, and you submit the link in your Kringle Cash back office, you make 1 TBC coin in your account.
Yeah. Awesome.
Right.
What a blessing.
There's a lot of abundance here. That is, isn't it interesting that is a true nature of abundance?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
I've always told people there's no such thing as lack. There's more than enough of everything in the world to go around. It's greed and misappropriation.
Correct. If you listen to the video that the admin actually had it in our Kringle that Anouk was sharing, if you listen to one part of that video, they tell you, take a plane, fly up there, look at this, look at the abundance, look at the space that we have, that people come and lie to us that there is not enough food, there is not enough water, there's not enough energy. Can that really be true? It's impossible. That they are lying to us.
They are, because people don't realize you can actually take salt water, like the ocean and the seawater, and take it through a process and it can become drinkable.
Of course. That's true. Yeah. And so
Mhm.
there's enough abundance in the world today.
Amen. Yeah, we're going to share it.
Yeah, and we just need to keep inviting and waking up the people, even though the people are so much in the box that they don't even understand what we are doing here. They just so much brainwashed. But God will help us, and we shall do the needful.
Yeah, I pray every day, especially for my family, like
Mm-hmm.
hard-headed.
I tell you, those are one of the objections that we have. Our family will object us even more. I remember that when I started TBC, the people thought I was crazy. My family was my first enemy. Like there was like
me too. They think I'm crazy. They think I'm crazy.
Right. But all in all, at the end of the day, they will be happy because once the blessings come in, once we are able to unlock the value in our accounts, then they are going to love us for even offering them an account for free. Because imagine that an account that will receive just the gift, at the end of the day, is going to be $60-something thousand. That's huge.
Man.
Yeah, that's huge. Anybody can start a life with that, you know.
Well, and I'm hoping that, because I'm going to start trying to get merchants in and whatnot. And hopefully I get enough money through doing that, that since, my family's hard-headed, that I can put them in, get them, look, just do this. It won't cost you anything. So I can afford to pay their wallets for them because I know they are not going to do it.
Right.
And then I could just pay the wallets for them and for my grandchildren and just get them in to where they can see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gina, just commenting on that, right? So you're agreeing to that belief there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you don't have to necessarily think that way. You're kind of like in any situation, like with my dad, when I first shared TBC with him and I showed him the value of it, he was like, "Get out of here," right? He didn't believe it. But now, he checks in on what I'm doing. Like he checks in on what I'm doing every single day. He has an account, everything like that. I didn't subscribe to his belief about what his personal belief was about what it was. I didn't let him subscribe to that either. So when you have family that's saying, "Oh, this is a scam," or "This is whatever," like what admin was telling you yesterday is, first of all, they have to demonstrate where the scam is, right? They have to be able to tell you, like, how is it scam? Commissions are being paid out. The currency has utility. People are buying things, paying for rent, doing different things all over the world. Maybe not with corporate companies,
right?
Corporate landlords yet, but it's possible, and it'll grow like that. But in general, just with your family itself, the fact that you're saying, well, they're hard-headed, they won't believe this, they won't jump on, they won't pay for their accounts. Those are all beliefs, and you can. You can with yeah.
Thank you so much, Anoop, for chipping in that. So it's all about belief, right, Gina?
Yeah, amen.
Right. So let us not subscribe to those resistant belief. Let us not subscribe to that. We have somebody that wants to also chip in something. We are already at the end of our program. Mr. Amechi. Mr. Amechi, welcome on board.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. It's been a nice.
How are you enjoying our TV, our TBC TV?
Yes, that is, and they permit me to say a very big thank you to Mr. Noop. In fact, the TV section was indeed mind-blowing, and we enjoyed it. It's a very good thing that this very session is recorded, so people can always refer to it. Anoop, you are doing a very great job. And to the rest of the community members, we are having it easy now. and let us flow along because things are getting properly fixed. 5 years and counting is no longer a small thing, okay? I hope that the rest of the community catch the fire. So to all the new ones, you are welcome to this very great opportunity. Let us push ahead and get it done. Anup, once again, thank you. Ambassador, you're always there. Well done, sir.
Right. That is it. Thank you so much, Mr. Mechi. Great one day. All right, Anup, we are at the end. One last word before we go.
One last word. Seize your abundance, That's it.
All right, so maybe that should be the take-home message today. Can you say it again, Anup?
Yeah, so the take-home message for today is seize your abundance.
All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, and dear TBCians all over the world, we have come to the end of our program today. My special guest was Anup, and I truly appreciate him for all the efforts that he's putting in and coming to share his experiences with us. We want to thank all those that contributed, those that will be watching after this. If you are new in our YouTube channel, just subscribe to my channel and click the notification. You always have more of such training coming in. So guys, tomorrow is going to be another day. I want to say Barka Salah to all the Muslim people. And of course, tomorrow we are still going to have another interesting package for you. So the take-home message, Anup is giving us a take-home message, which is seize your abundance. Is that correct, Anup?
Yeah.
All right, guys, take-home message.
Seize your abundance.
Thank
Seize
you.
your abundance.
Seize your abundance. Seize your abundance.
Abundance.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Hello.
Seize your abundance. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a blessed day.